मरीन टैंक्स चलाने के लिए RODI वाटर इज एन एब्सोल्यूट एसेंशियल. उसके बिना आप मरीन टैंक नहीं चला सकते हो. इज दैट ट्रू? That's what we're going to discuss about in this video. Welcome back, guys. I'm sorry the frequency of the video thoda affect hua hai, and the reason being we are now involved in a couple of major public aquarium projects also, which consumes a lot of my time. You'll see all those videos coming up in the channel very very soon. But today we were supposed to talk about flow. That was the original flow of videos, but I decided कि water parameters वाला topics पहले cover कर लेते हैं, then we'll go to the slightly more later or advanced topics like flow, lights and all those things. So today we are going to talk about a very confusing aspect of our hobby. कि मरीन टैंक चलाने के लिए RODI वाटर ही यूज करना पड़ता है कि आर वी also okay to run our tanks with tap water? Lot of hobbyists ask me this question, so I thought I'll just cover it up front because we are in the setup phase now. मेरे सारे जो टैंक्स हैं, मरीन, फ्रेश वाटर, प्लांटेड, सब कुछ टैप वाटर में चलता है. शुद्ध आमची मुंबई BMC's tap water. Now the most important part of that statement is BMC water, because I stay in Mumbai. We are extremely blessed to have one of the most efficient water management system in the country. मेरे टैप का पानी 45 से 50 TDS में आता है. It gets purified in the Array water treatment plant, which is not very far from where I stay. So I get pristine water. Now the reason why I told you this is there are three aspects you need to consider before using tap water. But prior to that, if you have access to RODI water आपके पास available है, आप अभी use कर रहे हो, it's up to you. You can just continue using RODI water. But these are the three parameters that you need to consider before using tap water. Number one, understand the chemistry of water itself. Water is H2O, उसकी बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Overall chemistry. So check the TDS. Water हमेशा it flows through various layers of rock and sediments, which is within the earth, and it gathers dissolved solids. That's where the word TDS comes from. So अगर आपका tap water TDS आपको level decide करना है. I am personally okay with 60, 70, 80 TDS also, because the primary dissolved solids there will be calcium, magnesium and bicarbonates. So as my water, tap water is 40-45 ppm, I'm mixing salt and taking it to 35,000 ppm. Salinity जो है marine tank का 35 ppt है, which is part per thousand. So it translates to 35,000 ppm. So 40 ppm does not even matter. And I precisely know that the 45, 50, 80, whatever TDS is calcium, magnesium and bicarbonates. That takes me to the next point. Make sure that your water, tap water, is coming through a water treatment plant, not borewell water. क्योंकि water treatment plant से आता है, the chemistry will be here. अगर borewell से आता है, you don't know what it's coming with. Right? It might be even sewage water which is mixed with your borewell, which is taking the TDS as high as 600, 700 ppm at times. And it might not be only this, it might be some other heavy metals which are basically extremely toxic to your marine tank. Third aspect, the water, apart from the calcium, magnesium and bicarbonates, anything else, you should basically either not have it, or if it's there, neutralize it. So even in my tap water, what I personally use is neutro. So neutro is एक तो because it's coming from water treatment plant, chloramines at times are added. उन दोनों को neutralize करता है, and this is a specific marine formula which neutralizes a lot of unwanted heavy metals, including your lead, arsenic, cadmium, copper, and a whole bunch of things. So once I dose this, the water basically is neutralized, and then I use it. And if you're using a RODI water, then also using neutral, because RODI में कभी 20-30 ppm अगर बाकी जो रहता है, you don't know what is that. So it's better to neutralize your metals with this or something like this. I use neutral, so that's up to you. To absolutely clear out the water. तो ये तीन aspect हैं. Once you're neutral, third aspect, I'm continuing now. Now coming to the biology, chemistry खत्म हो गया. So let us sum up the chemistry before we go to the biology. Number one, TDS. Basic Amazon से एक TDS pen लेके check your TDS. Anything in 2 digits is fine according to me. Second, make sure it's coming through a water treatment plant. अगर नहीं आ रहा है, run it through your घर के aquaguard का UV filter or a UV filter which you can dip into your water body itself. Third is neutralize that water. Make sure that your chlorine, chloramine, heavy metals, all the unwanted other metals are neutralized. So use some kind of a neutralizer. ये हो गया आपका chemistry. Now let's talk about the biology. Now where does the biology come from? Any water that you're using which is coming from your tap or after, if you use a UV, that's fine, but bacterial colonies उसमें रहेंगे. You don't want unwanted bacterial colonies developing in your tank. That will create a havoc in the long run. So make sure that you dose some kind of a good bacteria. I personally use Octobac and Phosobac. So that basically completes my entire biome system. Make sure that you put marine bacteria, dose marine bacteria every time you're doing a water change, and also dosing a very little amount on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis. So that will basically sort out your entire water chemistry and biology before it goes into your marine tank. I hope that answers a lot of the queries regarding tap water, RODI water, because there are some setup guys who randomly say RODI water is absolutely essential. I stay in Mumbai. Majority of the Indian cities are absolutely pristine water, and ये thought process कहाँ से आता है? इंटरनेट पे पढ़ते हैं हम लोग कि RODI essential है. Those are the guys who are staying in the US. Majority of US even today does not have potable tap drinkable water. It's borewell water. So they cannot leave. There are certain countries where potable water has to be bought out in a separate line. अपने केस में different है. Our municipalities do a fantastic job of treating our water, which can be straight away drunk from the tap in certain cities. If that's the case, you don't need RODI water. Follow these steps. So I hope this video helps, and set up your tanks and reef safe.